It's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are looking at the back of Mike's freshly faded head. What's going on, Mike?
Oh, I didn't see you there. How's it going? What is happening now?
What's going on, Army guy? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just living the life. The lap of luxury.
Yeah, that Barrett's
fresh, painted, concrete, cinder block walls, probably lead paint. Let's try some. Oh, that's yummy. And that's how you make a soldier right there. You eat lead paint and you live in between cinder blocks. You know what I'm saying? I am putting your hard-earned tax dollars to work. And I'll tell you, you're getting your money's worth because I was just working about 5 minutes ago creating a con-op. And if you don't know what that is, keep it that way.
Google it.
Google it. No,
Google it.
Don't do it.
Don't even bother. Don't waste your time.
Don't waste your brain cells on it.
I am glad that you have decent Wi-Fi down there, dude.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, this is 2023 Army life right here. Wi-Fi's working.
2023. Yo. Hey, we got some people already tuned in. Quite a few people. Rick Caruso, Susan Walker, Megan, Absent Minded is always here. Joe Ivy's always here. Crazy Reacts. I don't know. Welcome. I don't know if I've seen you in there before. Jomi's in the house.
Jomi, what is up? We were talking about you last episode. Where you been, my friend?
Yeah.
We need you back in the squared circle. We miss you.
Mike's room looks like a prison. Well,
there's a lot of that's a usual comparison.
Yes, it's very similar, man. He's basically in a cell. But Mike, do you have a solo room because of your rank, or do you guys all have solo rooms?
Well, technically, I would have a solo room because of my rank. However, your boy, no, it's not I didn't actually do this, but I'm going to take credit for it. We all have single man rooms because there's thousands of people training nowadays because it's like June and it's like AT season. So every bay was taken. So my men and one woman, we all have our own rooms. Isn't that fantastic? I do share a shower though, but my person I share it with is somewhere else for the first 4 days. So I had my own shower for 4 days.
Oh, nice. Mike, you're not sharing the shower at the same time, are you?
Don't ask. Wait, what?
No, wait. Don't ask,
don't tell was a thing, but it's not anymore. Now it's ask and tell. So I'll tell you. The answer is no.
Oh, nice.
But maybe because he's not here yet.
Hey, Crazy Reacts in the comments. He says, I'm in the Army too. I want to start fighting. Is 23 too late? Absolutely not.
No
Matter
way.
of fact, Crazy Reacts in the comment section on the Facebook Live right now, there's a guy named Kevin Smith, and you should message him. Yeah, and let him know what your disciplines are and how you fight, and maybe you can have a career ahead of you. But dude, I'm so glad that you're able to do the show tonight. We got two awesome guests coming on, two characters. One of them is going to be fighting in Hollywood, Florida. The other one's going to be fighting in 2 days in Great Falls, Montana. Here you go. Crazy Reacts. There you go. The phone number is there for anybody in the world. Call him, Kevin Smith. Write it down. We have Howard H.D. Davis, who's going to be coming on to talk about his upcoming fight in Hollywood, Florida. He's taking on Eduardo Peralta. And if you guys are not familiar with Eduardo Peralta, he is the short, stocky little powerhouse that fought Dakota Cochran back in November and gave Dakota a fight. Now he's coming down to 155 and Howard's going up to 155 to meet him. Man, this is going to be a good one for Howard. He's taking on a former, what was that, middleweight, 175? Middleweight. Unbelievable. So we're going to be talking to him. We're going to be talking to Howard about that. And then after Howard, we're going to talk to Darrick Gates, who is getting back in the ring. Last time we saw him, there was a crazy, weird stoppage between him and Alex Turney in Tampa.
Oh, hey, you win nothing if you guess who the referee was and that screwed up. Go ahead. Go for it. I dare you. I bet you can't guess who the ref was in that match. Who fucked up. It's very surprising.
Hey, you know what? Why don't we do this? Howard's going to be on in a few minutes here. I want to shout out our sponsors, and then I want to talk to you about a few things before we bring on Howard. So let's do what we always do and listen to that sweet Rhode Island accent. Tell us who we should talk to if we need a mortgage loan.
Norcom Mortgage and Michael Mish are delivering the American dream to those who serve America, helping veterans obtain the dream of home ownership. They offer programs that include no money down, no first-time homebuyer requirement, 100% cash-out refinances, rehab loans. They can help you purchase a home, purchase a condo, refinance an existing mortgage, create a dream home with rehab loan. To learn more, visit www.michaelmish.norcommortgage.com or call 860-884-2103.
You call it 860-884-2103. Talk to Mike Mish, and he will hook you up. You will become a homeowner. You will live your dream. Norcom Mortgage. Next, BKBetShark. I was messaging with him today. He's already getting to work on this next card, which is Friday night in Great Falls, Montana. Go to @BKBetShark and follow this guy and all your betting dreams. And you'll probably win some money because he has an extremely high win rate and he knows how to rake in cash. Like Mike always says, if you don't like cash, don't follow the BKBetShark, right?
Yep.
And then our last sponsor is Bareknuckle Corn Snacks. Many flavors, delicious, all popcorn flavors. So if you can't make it to an event, what you can do is get on bareknucklecornsnacks.com, buy yourself some snacks, sit down, watch some violence, and eat some tasty treats. Mike, our first guest is in the weight room right now. But before we bring him on, I want to tell you, dude, today is a sad day.
Oh yeah,
it is. It's D-Day, and our heart goes out to all the soldiers that went over there on D-Day, and it is the anniversary of D-Day. But that is not the tragedy that I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about this one right here. The Iron Sheik has passed away, my friend. You fucking jabronis. One of the greatest characters in the history of professional wrestling, and his antics after professional wrestling are even more legendary than what he did in the ring. And this guy is such a legend. Right before he died, his final tweet on Twitter is right here. Boom. Fuck the wildfires, you fucking jabronis.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that guy. If you guys want some like hours of entertainment, just go on YouTube, type in Iron Sheik Howard Stern, and just watch all the fucking times that dude was on the Howard Stern show. Not a pinch. I bring cocaine for Hulk Hogan, and he doesn't give me a pinch.
He's got the craziest stories.
Craziest shit ever. All right, our first guest of the evening, like I said, is going to be fighting again. He just fought. I feel like he just fought in April. He was on that Delray card that got moved to Hollywood. Where was that?
It was in Hollywood, yeah.
In Hollywood. Well, he's going to be back in Hollywood June 23rd. He's going to be taking on Eduardo Peralta in the lightweight division. He is the number 3 featherweight in the BKFC. He is HD Howard Davis.
What's up, guys?
What's up, bro? How are you?
What is up?
Let's make you big. Oh, we're always good. HD, what are you doing? Where you at right now?
I just came from practice. I'm tired.
You're tired. All right. Well, hey, man, me and Mike were just talking about you and your upcoming fight, and it didn't dawn on me until I started doing my pre-show research that I always do, is that Eduardo Peralta is the dude that fought fucking Dakota Cochran back in November. That dude is a middleweight coming down to 155 to meet the number 3 featherweight coming up to 155. What do you got to say about Eduardo Peralta, this little short tank of a fucking guy here?
I don't have much to say. I watch film. I see what I got to do. I'm sticking to the plan like I did last fight and looking for the knockout. Same as always. Obviously, he has the weight on his side, and he may have some power on him, but if he sleep on my power, then he's going to sleep.
Now, have you watched a lot of film on him, or do you watch a lot of film on your opponents? Because What I saw out of him against Dakota, I would have thought like a guy like him, 5'6", only a 67-inch reach, ton of looks like he's got a ton of power in his little body. I would have thought that he would have been trying to get on the inside like the whole time, like Mike Tyson style, but he really didn't do that against Dakota. He kind of stayed on the outside and tried to box with him. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, sometimes people get mixed up with their strengths and the weaknesses. Obviously, he's a shorter guy, so he wants to work in the inside. But like me, sometimes I'm the taller guy. Sometimes I'm the shorter guy. I like the work inside sometimes, but I've gotten away from that because it's bare knuckle, so I need to use my reach to my advantage, like I did my last fight. So, same game plan. Keep him on the end of my punches. If he wants to try to get inside, cool. If he wants to box, pick my shots, be more faster than he is, have better movement and stuff like that. But I watched some film on him, his BKFC fight and some MMA. So, they throw a name at me, I fight them. I don't really get to pick and choose and do all that stuff like that. So, whoever next is whoever next.
Does it matter to you like that you say whoever's next is whoever's next, but do you believe like if you go in there and smoke this guy, will it actually matter as much if he's not ranked? Do you piss? Did you ask for a top guy? Like, do you want that title shot? Because I know that you were like right there before the cut happened against Louis Lopez, and now you're fighting a guy that's not ranked. Do you believe that pushes you back? If you win this, is it going to put you in contention?
I mean, hopefully, I'm up next for the title shot because I put in the work. I've never turned anybody down. Unlike Kai, who turned down our fight because he wanted to be a title fight, and now he gets to fight Louis for the belt. So, that part sucks, but the top guy, unranked guy, doesn't really matter because, the other dudes that's in the 145 that's getting the wins, the last 2 wins, they didn't fight ranked guys. They didn't fight dudes that's in the division, and their rank is increasing. So it's like, I think Superman, his last fight, he fought the dude that beat that one small dude that fought
Marcus
Connor.
Marcus.
Yeah. Marcus, I'm not gonna do that, but that dude only had one fight in the promotion, and it was. I ain't gonna say it was a good fight or anything like that, but he ran through the smaller dude, so it's not like he proved himself so much. Like he was 1-0, but
you're talking about Brandon Allen.
Brandon Allen fought
Trevor Loken.
He fought Trevor Loken, who fought
that dude. Yeah, that dude only had one fight, so it's like, and I'm pretty sure Trevor, whatever his name is, I'm pretty sure he wasn't ranked. So it's like, not everybody is really fighting ranked guys or anybody inside the top 5 ranking. They're fighting whoever gets thrown at them. Like I said, so that's no dig at the dude that he beat, nor Allen. That's just the truth. So
Howard, where are you training nowadays?
Right now I'm at this gym called Boxing World Champions. It's owned by former world champion in boxing, and he has his amateur program there. We come in, we do our own pro style stuff and our sparring and mitt work and strength conditioning stuff there. So that's what I'm training at right now.
Right, and I know that like you probably don't want to talk about what's gone on with you in the past, but are you still training with some of the guys that you were training with at Slaughter? I mean, with your old team, are you still training? Do you see Duran and Gogo and those guys?
Oh, yeah. My stable mates and anything like that had nothing to do with the situation that you guys are talking about, that everybody knows about. Like, my stable mates are my stable mates. The reason why, the whole situation happened was because of them. Like, I felt that some of my stable mates were getting treated wrong, got done wrong. So that's why that whole thing collapsed like that. So I'm all about the team. A spade is going to be a spade for me, regardless if it's, that person wrong or this person wrong. If I feel like, they're wrong, I had to pick a side. And I chose, obviously, myself, but I chose my friends, too, because it's actually people on the team that I brought into Bareknuckle. I can, bring them into something, get them off the streets from doing bad stuff, risking their lives, to try to, like, get them a better opportunity at life to provide for their kids. And they're getting, like, thrown back to the streets off for things that isn't their fault. So, I chose what I chose. My stable mates are my stable mates. We train every day. We spar. It's no love lost between them.
Yeah, I it's unfortunate, the situation. I'm not sure if anyone has clearly stated exactly what has happened in that situation.
Yeah.
We heard from Ryan. We've heard other people talk about it. I know that you haven't really talked about it too much. That maybe you don't want to, and that's understandable. And the other guys I haven't even seen really at all. Like Gogo, I haven't seen him anywhere.
Nah, Gogo's training his ass off, man. He getting ready for his fight that's going to come up later this year. You know, Gogo's like me. We're all about training, trying to be the best fighters we can be on fight night and getting to the title shots and getting to the bigger paydays. Like, we just want to do things the right way. We don't want to slime anybody or cross anybody to get there. Like, we try to do it the right way. We trying to just always keep it 100 with everybody, and that's just the main focus right now. Like, that's the main focus, is training hard, getting the fights that we need to get where we need to get to, whether it be rankings or title shot, sponsorship, whatever. We're trying to just do everything at once.
Dude, there's like a level of maturity in like you and like the guys you just talked about. You're all young fighters. You're all killers. You're all on your way to being big names in this sport. But I have noticed, like, you especially, and obviously Gogo, because he just stays out of the spotlight.
Yeah.
You guys handle yourself very well in controversy. Like, you fucking in other interviews that I saw, like, there was people asking you questions to try to like bait you in to saying something, and you never cracked in any of them. And I got to give you props for that. That's a extremely, you know, well reserved trait that you guys have, and it seems like you all kind of have that. I don't know. You're all kind of cut from the same cloth, you know.
It's like life just builds you, man. Like, it builds your character up, you know. I'm never gonna talk down or talk bad about a person that put me in the position that I'm in, to have me where I'm at right now on this interview with you guys, you know, in BKFC, to have the chance to do what I'm doing to provide for my family. Like, in other ways, that person helped me do a lot. And, you know, I told him I'm appreciative of him, you know, thank him for everything. But just because we go separate ways, you know, it's no hate on my end. You know, it may be hate on his end, or he may not like what I did, but I'm a man. I have to do what I feel is the right thing, you know, and that was the right thing at the time. So at the end of the day, I'm happy with my decision. All blessings to, you know, him and whatever he has going on, and hopefully that whole situation gets worked out and everybody's good, you know. I'm a man. I have my things that I respect and certain things I don't respect, and I spoke up and, you know, spoke on it, and that was it.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but Mike's joining the show from a 6x10 cell tonight. You see it?
Yeah. It looks like it. Like, I didn't really pay attention, but it kind of looks like it, right?
Yeah. Now he's down doing some army stuff right now, and they just happen to have good enough Wi-Fi for him to hook up.
It's very surprising. Honestly, it's usually just like the shittiest. It's like a 0.32 upload or something, and forget it. I'll be paused. I probably wouldn't even have a video
right now. Yeah, surprised you're not glitching right now.
Usually it's insane. Oh my God.
No, man, but like getting back to that, and like you present yourself in a very professional way. You treat everybody with respect, and you speak respectfully, even about the ones that you're supposedly having this beef with. Either way, you've moved on. You are training in a new gym, and you have a new opponent. We talked a little bit about Eduardo Peralta, but the 155 division, was this just a matter of you wanted to stay active? Because you just fought in April.
Yeah.
And now here we are 2 months later, and you're going right back in there, but you're moving up a division. Was this a thing where like you just asked for somebody and they said, well, this guy's coming down from welterweight and he wants to fight at 155. You want it? Is that
honestly, it just came about. I've been ready. If I never had the injury and didn't have that layoff, I would have fought probably once or twice more that year. Like, I'm a very active dude. Like, after the fights, I don't really stop my training. I don't take a big break off. I may have a little trip, some family time, but even then on the trip, I'm doing workouts. Like, I'm very like active with that because I know I don't have much time. Like, the clock is ticking. I started late, so I want to get as much fights in, win as many belts and try to get that financial freedom sooner than later, So nobody wants to start late on something and you got all these dudes ahead of you and, you're trying to play catch up. So that's what it really feels like. Like, I got to keep going. I got to get this fight, get that fight. I don't care who it is. Go up, go down. You know, wherever I can fight at. You know, whether it's boxing or bare knuckle. You know, I'm ready for it.
You had that fight with Louis, dude, in the cut. I know that you wanted to continue, but that cut was in the spot that like Dr. Moosey's going to stop it every time, like just above your eyelid. And it was unfortunate for you because it seemed like you can keep going and it fucking sucks. And like, as a matter of fact, our second guest on tonight's show, Darrick Gates, was stopped. It was called due to an accidental headbutt, but he had a cut underneath his eye and they didn't let him continue. I don't know if it was because of the cut or not, but it's
yeah, we the one that fought Alex. Yeah,
he fought Alex. Yeah, and then you fought Alex. Never mind.
I didn't even get to touch him. That's the crazy thing about it. The whole thing he did, the whole thing, and I didn't even get to touch him.
That shit was crazy, man. That was one of the fucking wildest things. Because, like, to be honest with you, me and Mike, I just remember us getting back to the hotel and we didn't know any of that shit happened, and then all you guys were down in the lobby, like, ready to raise hell. We're like, what the fuck happened? And then we found out. We're like, okay, all right, this is a fucking interesting night.
they wanted to pick on the disabled guy and thought the disabled guy wasn't gonna do anything back, and
HD's out there with a cast on his hand, fucking beating on the dude with a good hand.
Trying to club on people.
I found out from Planet Hank that people were mad at me. Like they was blaming me. Thought I was picking on the little guy. Like he came up and started with me.
Why would anybody be mad? Like, listen,
he hit you first.
His boy sucker punched you, right? Wasn't it? It was his boy.
It was his boy.
Why would anybody be mad at? I don't understand why anybody out there would be mad at you when the video clearly shows that he's the fucking antagonist here. You kind of like walked away at one point, and then he said some shit that fucking sparked your interest. You turn around, and then his boy sucker punched you.
That's
right.
Anybody with eyeballs should know that at that point you're allowed to fucking defend yourself.
I guess because they didn't know the beginning and didn't know that he approached me first and disrespected me first, and I didn't even know who the guy is. But you know, like you said, I was there, walked up, didn't say anything. He attacked me again, and I guess I was just supposed to sit there and just take it, you know. But I don't know.
Hey, I wanted to ask you your opinion on this weekend's fight. Since you are number 3 in that division, you probably want the run back with Louis, but you'll take a fight with Kai. Either way, let's ask you, seeing how you're probably next up. If not you, Brandon Allen, I don't know how they're gonna play out that division or not. There's a lot of players in that division now with Dat and you and the ones that I've mentioned. How do you see this fight with Louis Lopez and Kai Stewart playing out this Friday night? I want to know like how you see ending.
Honestly, I give the edge to Louis because because everything that's happening like with the highlights and just parts of the film and their fights that I've seen. Louis has not the best style, but he has a style that can beat Kai. Kai's style isn't the best, and his opposition hasn't been the best. Louis has the edge with that because he's obviously been in there with me, and even the fight before me, him and the dude kind of went at it. I never seen anybody that Kai fought, except for Rusty, that really looked like they wanted to fight, to be honest. That's like, that's my opinion on it. So, but we can go in and beat him. I mean, I'm not going to say easy because bare knuckle isn't easy. It can be like my fight. He can get some karma and get a cut over like a stupid jab or over an elbow, over anything, and they can stop the fight and give it to Kai. If that happens, then it happens. You know, if I'm next, I'm next. If Allen next, he's next. As long as I get my shot, I'll be happy. Hopefully, I'm next to get the shot because I feel like I deserve it. You know, but I don't control that. I'm not timing wise and stuff like that.
Right, timing wise, it would make sense to like you're fighting 2 weeks after they fight, right? So like, you know, Kai and Louis do their thing, and whoever wins. 2 weeks later, you fight. You know, 3 months down the road, you guys have all had plenty of time to recover.
Exactly.
And you, after you get the win in Hollywood, or even, I don't even know, like, even if you go out there and like go to war with this dude and not get the win, it's not even in your division. So you might still be lined up for a title shot in the featherweight division. You know what I mean?
True. But I'm getting that win for sure.
Of course. Of course. So, but what I'm saying is timeline wise, it really would make sense for you to get the winner unless they have plans for Brandon Allen. I don't know. But that's the one. And in our comment section here, Big Ben, one of the biggest fans of BKFC on the planet, he says, I want to see HD versus Allen and the winner get the winner of Friday night's fight. So he wants to see you and Brandon Allen scrap.
Jesus.
Hey, whatever route they line up, I'm a fighter. I don't have much say so. I don't really have like the tools to just go and walk in and like, yeah, I want this, I want that, demand this, demand that. So, I'm a fighter. I go out there and fight. I feel like I earned it. The cut loss was unfortunate and out of my control. Anybody could have got that. And even with the placement where it was, like, I've seen people get that same cut or in a worse spot, meat hanging out, and they don't stop the fight. So it's like, I get what you guys saying. I get what the doctor's saying. I saw that, but I signed a contract. Whatever happens, happen. I could have got a warning. The cut could have been this long across my face. It was a little cut, and it was like, he's dying. Like, I didn't show I was dying. The cut went to the corner. They stopped the blood. Boom. So it was like, I'm not sure what it was. He kept looking at it, and it wasn't getting worse. It's not like Louis kept hitting it. It just sucked because I've seen so much worse. I've seen so much worse blood. I've seen people laid out and get up and have cuts everywhere, and it just doesn't continue. With me, it's like,
dude, it's like, honestly, the guy, like, you always got to go back to like a Tyler Goodjohn fight or the Artem Lobov fucking Jason Knight fight.
Did you see Shoves the same night that I fought? Did you see his face with Palomino? Did you see, like, he had a cut, a legit touching his eyeball, like going out like this, and it had a piece of meat hanging out of it. That fight didn't get stopped.
Nope.
Yeah, it does. So it's like, it does suck, man.
So it's frustrating because I've been cut by the eye and not the same spot, but I've been cut, and I keep going, little blood, keep going. They never did that like how they did it just now, and that fight. And I just understand there was more blood. But
you know who had some really nasty cuts in the fight that I mentioned a little while ago against Darrick Gates, Alex Turney against Darrick Gates.
That cut was huge.
That cut looked like a hatchet hit him in the fucking face, dude.
Huge. But it's like, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but it's like somebody said on my post, made a comment and said, the doctor's gonna make the right choice. I'm like, bro, you like the doctor is God or something. Like, the doctor can make a mistake, and maybe it was that type of mistake on that night. Like I said, we finished the first round. They looked at it a few times. Went to the corner, got the blood stopped completely. Come out, they say knuckle up. Before we can throw a punch, before I can move my feet, he calls me over again and then waves it off.
I hate that.
Like, come on, bro.
And that happened. They do that.
Bro. It made me sick watching it. I was like, oh my
God. They do that every single time. I don't know why they do that. They'll check you one round. You'll have the break in between rounds, and then before the start of the next round, they make the doc check one more time. It happens all the time.
Yeah, it does happen all the time.
Yeah, I see if it was bleeding. I see if I'm like not responding. I'm perfectly fine. I'm smiling. I'm good. I'm like, oh my God, I done got that ring rust off from having that 5-6 month layoff. I'm feeling good now. I can feel my right hand isn't hurting. I'm finna go kill this dude. I'm ready. I'm so much ready and more focused than the first round. The first round, I just didn't care what it was. I just wanted to go out there and fight. Second round, I composed myself. I was so ready to get at him, and I felt like he was tired. I feel like, oh my God. I'm like, I went to Ryan, and Ryan's like, yo, they might stop the fight because it's cut. I'm like, okay, say no more. Exactly what I told him, say no more. I knew what I had to do. I didn't even get a chance to throw a punch.
Yeah,
that's
unfortunate,
bro. Like,
dude. It is unfortunate for sure. HD, we wanted to see that one go on, and that's why we want to see that rematch, because I think that would be a hell of a fight between the two of you guys if it went 5. Like I said, your division's heating up. We named all those other guys, not to mention Jimmy Rivera just made a return to the squared circle and got a win. You got Keith Richardson looking fucking awesome in the featherweight division. So your division's really, really interesting.
Who's Keith Richardson?
Keith Richardson? Yeah. He's the one that fought Justin Scoggins at Myrtle Beach. Were you down in Myrtle Beach?
Yeah,
man.
In the co-main.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go-go. The weird go-go
fight. 35 or 25, but that fight was dope, bro. I was there. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. Yeah, you were. Yeah, because Go-Go fought in the main event, and he fought in the co-main.
Oh my, yo, his fight was really good, bro. I said, yo, them guys went at it, bro. I said, damn. I don't know what weight class he's staying at, but I mean, his last
I think
fight was at
I think
35,
he's naturally a 35er, but I think he fought Scoggins at 145. And I don't know what this last fight was at, but he could
his last fight was
easily.
at 35 or 25, I think. I'm not sure.
He's a stout little Marine, so he can move up. You know,
so
you have plenty of options. You got plenty of options.
That fight was good.
And now there's a belt in your division. So we're gonna not keep you all night. We're going to speed run you real quick. We got some questions for you, and then we're going to get you the hell out of here and let you get to bed because you just got done training and you're tired. Speed round question number 1, who's a music artist that you can listen to every single day and never get sick
of? Young Boy Never Broke Again.
Young boy Never Broke Again. I'm going to be honest with you.
That's his name.
That's a long name.
They had to change it from NBA Young Boy because they was like,
okay.
Yeah.
He get
they were
sued
like,
by
you're
the
not using
NBA?
that.
Yeah, they was like, he had his NBA Young Boy thing, and they took it off from like.
Oh
everything.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I would not have known.
No, Young Boy Never Broke Again.
All right, number 2.
Do you have a famous doppelganger?
Everybody, when I had hair, they'll compare me to YB, or they'll compare me to NLE Chopper. I've been compared to a lot of people, so I don't think I have a set doppelganger, but that's a few that I've heard.
There you go. Number 3, if someone wanted you to buy a drink at someone wanted to buy you a drink at the bar, what should they buy you? This is for future. This is for your future here. When you're celebrating victories and you see people at the bar, they want to know what they can buy H.D. Davis.
Yep. Listen up.
Either some Casamigos or like some Don Julio, or I don't know, somebody. I don't know. It was just one of those.
What did we have at Mohegan Sun that night?
It was Casamigos.
Ooh, Casamigos.
Dude, that shit's banging.
We did some shots, and normally
it's got like a vanilla scent to it. After you're like done the shot, it's got like a vanilla aftertaste. It's unbelievably good.
It was the best tequila I've ever had. Like when we did the shot, I was like, oh, I don't even need like the lime and the salt. Like usually that's what we do, but when I threw it back, I was like,
yeah, it's George. That's why George Clooney's a billionaire right now. George Clooney's shit, man. I'm telling you.
Son of a bitch.
Number 4.
What's a song that you're embarrassed to know every word to?
Damn. Every word? I don't know if it's a song I know every word to be honest.
Well, what's a song you sing along to that you actually like? Is it like, Call Me Maybe?
Oh, that song of White Chicks.
What is
song
it?
on White Chicks?
Know that part. It's like Making My Way Downtown.
You ever hear the
remix?
Yeah.
It's a grenade launcher.
Yeah, that shit is hilarious. All right, and last question for you, dude. What's one thing you'll never do again?
Not a lot
Get
of
my
regret.
cut by Louis Lopez.
Great answer, dude. All right, man. Howard Davis is taking on Eduardo Peralta on June 23rd, Hollywood, Florida. Back in Hollywood again, man. That's your home. I mean, this has got to be your 3rd or 4th fight in Hollywood, right? You're making a home out of that's like home court for you.
Yeah.
Final words for anybody that's listening that's going to be paying attention on June 23rd.
Guys, come out and support. It's going to be a great fight. Be there early. I think I'll fight a little later, but be there early. There should be some great fights on the card. Looking for the knockout and to stay in the contention for the belt. Thank you for the support. Love you guys.
All right, man. Hey, don't let it go to the judges or the doctor. That's the rules. Right?
Oh, especially not the doctor.
That's the rules.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, you got anything else for HD?
Nah, man, I love having you back on. We haven't talked to you for a while. I missed the other guys. Hopefully, we'll be getting Duran and Go on soon, hopefully, because Duran's fighting. And I don't know, Go's been MIA, but we're going to find him. We're going to seek him out.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get him
Brian's
on.
fighting on my card.
Yeah.
I reached out to him the other day. He said he's going to come on a little closer to the fight, so we'll have him on soon.
Yeah, I got to tell him how I downloaded all of his songs that he made. He put that, and then I was like, oh, here we go. I turned it on, and I'm like in my car. I'm like, all right, I turn it up. I'm driving. And I was like, wait, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Okay, keep going. The beats are good. I don't know what the hell he's saying, though. Keep going.
Yeah.
It never went, because you know how sometimes it goes back and forth. Englishman, it's Englishman. It never made, there was no English. So I said, maybe the second song. Boop, nope, next one, nope. I was like, whatever.
Straight Spanish, man. Straight Espanol, man.
I have no idea what's going on.
All right, man.
Appreciate
Well, I
you
love
guys,
it.
man.
And,
Thank you.
all right, we'll talk to you soon. Good luck.
Love, man. Blessings.
Later.
Later.
All right. That is
True
Howard.
story.
Howard
I was
HD
blasting that
Dave.
shit driving down the road. So I don't know what the fuck.
No, he handles himself with a level of maturity that like other young fighters should strive to be like.
Yes.
I swear to God.
Oh, yeah.
And he mentioned somebody mentioned his Planet Hank interview and like a lot of times, and you guys, I'll just be completely honest with you. I can't watch a lot of his shit because most of it he tries to go for the shock jock shit and it's just not for me and whatever. I know he thinks our show is the most boring in the world, but he can fucking blow me. That interview was fantastic because Howard handled himself like an absolute professional and he talked about a lot of shit. Hank did get him to talk a lot about a lot of shit on that show. So that was pretty cool, man. Shout out to them for that. And now our next guest, we got another featherweight who's making his return, who was in that Alex Turney fight that we were talking about a little earlier. Darrick Gates, he's going to be stepping in there against Koda Greenwood 2 nights from now. He's got to weigh in tomorrow and he's got to fight Friday. Let's bring him on. The motherfucking buck. Here he is, Darrick Gates.
Yo, what up?
What's going on?
Hey, you're finally here.
Yeah, finally.
There he is.
He is.
Did we just see you in Denver? Is that the last time we ran into each other?
Yeah.
Yep, Denver.
Oh, Denver. And you, what, did something happen there? Let's just jump right into this. Did something happen there? Did someone do something silly there and you were like yelling at them or something? I can't remember that night.
They were trying to throw somebody out for something and you were like, fucking leave that man alone.
Oh, yeah. That was going into the show. Like he was trying to go into the show and I was sitting back in the like the smoking area and the cops, I could hear the dude like yelling at the cops. I was like, what's going on? And I just sit there like watching like what's going on. And the dude's like getting on his knees, and like putting his hands behind his back, like, yeah, arrest me, arrest me. And they're like, no, I'm not gonna arrest you. Like, so I'm like, bro, just refund your tickets online, because that's how you're gonna have to do it. Try to get your money back online because you can't do it right here. They're kicking you out.
Right.
So just do that. Like I tried getting him to just like walk away too, and it didn't. They ended up taking him back around the back. In cuffs, was going to arrest him, took him back there. They said they stuck him in the car for about 20 minutes and then brought him out and he like calmed down. So they ended up releasing him. But I told them, like, as they were walking back, like, dude, just give him another chance, just take him back, make him relax a little bit, get him in front or away from everybody. And
listen, I'm not going to go into detail, but Mike and I have heard some things about Denver cops going a little overboard.
Oh yeah,
on very little things.
Oh my God!
And maybe one day we'll go deeper into that. But
yes,
those Denver police, they have a fucking hair trigger fucking temper on them.
Oh, you get killed out there.
Any of those police, like from Fort Collins all the way down to Grand Junction or Colorado Springs, man, all those cops are horrible.
It's a wild time out there, but
I support cops.
Yeah.
But I lived there. I dealt with them. I watched them slam some girl, like flipped her like a judo throw, like onto the concrete. I mean, it was all over. It was viral for a while, dude. There was like 300 million views on that video.
Fucking crazy. Well, hey, dude, we're glad to finally get you on the show. We haven't had you on yet. We were talking to you in Denver. You were telling us how excited you are about you've changed some things in your life. You're training different. You can't wait to show. Before we get into all that fight talk, I want to tell you, because I'm a proud parent. I'm very proud of my kids. Mike's very proud of his kids. You recently posted something about your son, and I wanted to give you a second to talk about this because I thought it was so fucking cool what your son achieved. You posted it on your Instagram. You want to talk about it? Give him a shout out if you want.
Yeah. So my son, he's 12 and he's 12 and he just got a presidential academic award from the president. I guess there's only 100 students in the US that are selected for this. And
damn, dude, that's amazing.
my son that doesn't even like school. He really hates going to school. I think he gets bullied. He's heavier. He's a little heavier set. And he's like a lover, not a fighter at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he doesn't like going to school like at all. And yeah, dude, is just excelling. That's like awesome. Crazy, smart as shit. And he's got like a deeper voice to me, and he's like 12.
It says here the President's Award for Educational Excellence, and he got a letter from the president. You know, who knows if it's the real signature on there, but
it's legit.
The original letters are autographed, and then it's like photocopied.
Yeah. Okay. That's super fucking cool, man.
That is cool.
Did it come in like a dope ass envelope? And does it have like does the letter have like the president's seal on it?
The seal, yep.
No,
it came full. It wasn't like folded up. It was like a full page envelope.
You must have been fucking through the roof ecstatic when you saw that shit.
Oh yeah.
Because I have a 12-year-old as well, and I got he didn't get no fucking president award or anything like that.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue mail.
But he got he shows me his report card, and the fact that it's like A+, A+, A plus, A minus, A plus, A, and I'm like, dude, I've never seen that in my entire life. I don't know. That's incredible. I don't know how you fucking did that, but
yeah, I don't either. I mean, I dropped out of school. I dropped out of school early. I was addicted to drugs at a really young age. At his age, I was addicted to like meth.
Wow.
At 12.
At 12, yeah.
Holy smokes.
Like I didn't grow up in like the greatest environment.
I was just gonna say product of the environment.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
100%.
Wow, man. Good for you to get the hell out of that, you know?
Yeah, I've been clean since January 1st, 2006. I went to rehab, 16 years old. Wow. Been clean ever since. My mom was on it when I was doing it back then, and she just died from it back in November.
Jesus, man, that's fucking too bad. Hey, if you want a quick giggle, Kevin Smith said, I bet the president fell on his face when he went outside to mail it.
Oh, yeah. yes, he did. Oh, man.
Funny. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. The environment you came from, and like now, look at you, man. You're fighting on the biggest, fastest growing promotion in the combat sports world, not just Bareknuckle, in the whole combat sports arena.
Right.
This is the fastest growing sport. It's on a fucking trajectory to be, a top 3 or 4 company in the next year or so. Unreal that you were able to, at 16 years old too. That's respectable, man. Like 16.
Yeah.
You're not even a fucking adult yet. And
I got emancipated. So the state, kind of made me an adult at the age of 16.
Wow.
They told me, like, because when I was in rehab, my mom was coming to visit me, and she would like show up high, like and all that got reported back to my probation officer at the time. And the probation officer and the prosecuting attorney for my original charges while I was on probation, they're like, well, you can't go with your mom. These guys that the rehab facility is looking at releasing you on an honorary release, but we can't let you go back to your mom's because your mom's still an active user. So you've got to find somewhere to go. So my stepdad left my mom, got clean, and I stayed there for another like 30 days after this. And that happened like the first month I was in rehab, that meeting with my probation officer and stuff. So like 3 months later, when I'm actually getting released, I went with my mom's ex-husband.
Wow.
My mom continued to use.
That's fucking great. And is like, not to like get too deep in it, is that like the drug of choice in the area that you lived in? Is meth?
Oh,
like
yeah.
The go-to?
Yeah. Now it's
Yeah.
fentanyl.
Yeah. It's so easy and cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, fentanyl, They're like sprinkling fentanyl in like
and
weed now.
And
like,
everything.
You can't even smoke weed now without worrying about fucking overdosing. It's crazy.
Right. That's why I only buy from dispensaries.
Right. I mean,
you kind of have to if you really want to be safe. I mean, it's scary because you would rarely hear about people getting drugs that were tainted when I was growing up. Like, it just didn't happen. People would OD. I mean, that's just inevitable. But to OD because something was mixed with something, because people don't want to waste money. So why would you put drugs you can make money on in other drugs to fuck people up? First of all, you're losing customers that way, right? If you're a drug dealer, I mean, seriously, right? You're losing your customer base, but you can go to friggin' prison for killing somebody, and then you're wasting your product. You're not making money on something else. So I don't understand it at all, and it makes no sense whatsoever. Not that I'm encouraging drug dealing, but I mean, if you're a freaking businessman, if you're a drug dealer, you want to make money,
it's not
killing all
business.
your clients. It's a ridiculous thing to do. I just don't understand when it started.
It's not smart business tactic.
You know what it is? It's in other countries, China, trying to kill us. That's what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
They're trying to kill our population off.
Same with, they're trying to make us stupid too with the TikTok. But,
yes, exactly. I'm telling you,
TikTok's got a good algorithm that pushes out your videos pretty well. So I post on TikTok. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
but right here in Montana,
TikTok down there at Darrick Gates on TikTok. Go follow.
Right here in Montana, TikTok's illegal.
Is it?
Yeah, they banned TikTok in Montana.
What?
Wow. Yeah. No way.
Yeah, actually, I just now remembered that. So actually, when I get off this thing, I'm gonna actually try to get on there and see if I'm able to do it. If they just like block the area.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or
I didn't know you could do that.
Kind of like DraftKings, if you're in a state where you can't gamble online, they block it. TikTok.
They block an app. Wow. No
Holy
shit.
Smokes.
Yeah. That's fucking bullshit. I mean, well, hey, you're back in Montana. Speak about Montana. You're in there. This is the third time you're going to be fighting in Montana. You kind of like
this is actually way more than 3 fights.
The third one for BKFC.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Why you have a bunch of MMA fights there too?
Yeah, a bunch of MMA fights. I got my one Bareknuckle win here. I did a little card for another smaller promotion. It was Bareknuckle. Took a first round win on that one. Like 1 minute and 18 seconds. Something like that. First round.
Dude, that last fight that you had, can I tell you how weird that fucking fight was? Like, you were
the Tierney fight.
You were chipping away at him, and you had him, dude. He was fucking chipped up, and he was cut here, above his eye. He was cut all over, bleeding like a pig. And then he lands a stiff left. Was a left hand. He lands like a stiff left on you. It cuts you below the eye. You and maybe I don't know if this is like accurate. You could correct me, but let me just say this: it seemed like you took the shot, and then like you took a step back and decided I'm going to take a knee right here, and like a veteran move here. I'm going to take my knee in my 8 seconds. I'm going to recover real quick, and then I'll go back to chipping away at this kid.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, the referee calls it a headbutt.
Well,
they stopped the fight due to an accidental headbutt.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a headbutt that hit you. It was a left hand, and it looked like you consciously took a step back, like you were a little bit rocked, and you're like, fuck, I'm going to go down to a knee here. I'm going to let him count. I'm going to get back up, get my bearings, and go back to work.
Right, he didn't give me the chance.
He didn't count.
To count, right? Like, he just straight called timeout. So what happened is, he did. He got me with a good left-hand shot. His knuckle, his pointer finger knuckle went directly into my eye. And I felt the pressure in my eyeball. So I'd stepped back, and I was trying to gather my vision, because it kind of blurred up a little bit. So I'm walking back, and I'm keeping an eye on his feet. That's why you can see me like looking down. I'm like blinking, trying to get that vision back and looking at his feet. And I can see he's coming closer to me. So, and at that time I hit the ropes. So I like fucking go to the knee, because I can see his feet walking up. I'm not going to get hit. So I go to take a knee, and I hear him yell timeout. So I'm like counting in my head, like, fuck, here's a count, and I got back up at what was my 7, what I counted. And he's like, no, timeout, timeout. Called the doc in, and the doc stopped the fight because my eye was my pupil was oblong and not circular.
Dude, and that's unfortunate because you were fighting well. You were landing on him. You like I said, you had him cut multiple spots.
There was 4 cuts on that one eye.
4 cuts in about the first minute of the fight, and he was really leaking hard. And then he lands that one punch, and he even thought that the fight got stopped because of the punch, right?
Well, he thought it was stopped because of a headbutt. You could hear him like in the video.
I thought he was talking about the cuts on his face.
Oh, I mean that might have. I might have got confused on that, but
either way, it ends up being a no contest, and that really.
I think the reason they might have said that it was a headbutt is because he was walking around yelling, "Yo, it was a headbutt! It was a headbutt!" You know,
right? That might have swayed their decision, man.
Yeah, that probably is what swayed their decision. But me and him actually just got into it on Facebook today while I was on my way here.
Oh, really?
About all of this. He keeps trying to call me out, but he always wants to do it in MMA. I'm like, bro, why don't you just be a man and come back to Bareknuckle? You know, like that's not really a sport I train in frequently, you know?
Yeah.
When I go to the gym, it's mainly to box. I mean, I do some jiu-jitsu every now and again, but add some Muay Thai kickboxing. But
yeah, well, you know, hopefully, so people that haven't seen you fight, you do have the 0-2 record in Bareknuckle, but the 2 guys that you fought, Kai Stewart's fighting for the title, and Dylan Schulte. If anybody has ever nobody's seen him fight, go back and watch him fight Louis Lopez.
Yeah.
Dylan Schulte is awesome no fight. Fucking joke. That dude's a banger. So I mean,
that was a great fight. I also fought Louis Lopez as well.
You fought him outside of the promotion?
Yeah, so Joe Riggs put on an event. I want to say it was like March of 2021, right before they'd come over here to Montana. So they came to Montana in October of 2021. And that was that first card I fought Kai on. But that's how I got my connection into the BKFC, is fighting on that card for Joe Riggs. That was kind of like my BKFC tryout.
Yo, Joe Riggs brought a lot of fighters into this company. Apparently.
Well, I mean, he's kind of what brought BKFC to Montana, and
yeah, he's like the conduit to getting the BKFC there and getting a shitload of BKFC fighters out of that area.
A lot of the fighters do come from another matchmaker out of here that does work with BKFC. Like co-matching from here. So, I mean, Joe doesn't get everybody, because if it was up to Joe, I guarantee Kai wouldn't have ever fought for BKFC.
Yeah, there's a real beef there that we talked to him about the other day. So it's very strange. Now, when we ran into you in Denver, you were saying, I got to get on the show. You got to get me on the show. I'm going to be fighting soon. You've been training different. You said that
I've just been training.
Oh, you've just been training. So you told us, I can't wait to show everybody the real me.
Right.
This next time out there. Can you go into that a little bit more?
Yeah. So, I trained when I was a kid, up until I was like 10, 11. I was in a gym, not consistently, but I was doing judo, aikido, Krav Maga, and karate. For like 4 years, but kind of sporadically. And growing up in the lifestyle fights were constantly everywhere around us, dude. I threw like little fights in my backyard. We were broke. We didn't really have money for gloves, so we just used kitchen towels, like the smaller kitchen towels, wrapped our hands and then duct taped them to our freaking hands and boxed that way.
Nice.
I like to see this.
And you get all the kids in the area gambling on each other.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I mean, I had a whole group. I mean, there's like 30, 40 people that show up and box all day long. I mean, it was cool. And then in Idle Falls, they had this little thing called TKO. It's like a year, end of the school year brawl thing that that's a fight promoter put on at Skyline High School. All the schools would come together, and he would like match make fights throughout the year for the end of the year brawl for the TKO. And I was like, well, fuck, I want to do this.
No way.
And I tried signing up. With it. And he's like, well, my card's full. Carol over in Montana is holding a card the same weekend. You should probably just try to get on that one. So I went and did MMA instead of doing boxing. And I fought 30 amateur MMA fights.
Jesus this guy, Terrell Bracken.
Yep.
Howie Atherton came in clutch right there. Look at that, Howie.
Yeah, Howie's always clutch. He's always talking.
Terrell Bracken is a good dude. I
heard Howie Atherton was talking shit about you, Darrick.
Yeah.
Everybody does, man. It's cool.
Yeah,
I'm just fucking with you. We say that about Howie about everything. Howie,
that's the thing we do. That son of a bitch. He's talking shit about everything.
I don't take anything like anybody says to heart ever. So I mean, anybody could really talk shit, dude. I'm just gonna really much laugh it off.
Isn't that the name of the game, right? That's what you want, actually. I would argue that if you're a fighter and people are coming after you, that's the best thing because, hey, listen, you just keep on getting them fights rolling. Come on, let's go. Keep on talking shit. I talk shit back. We get some fights. We garner
100%.
Yeah, keep it going. Let's go.
But I have yet to fight anybody that I've yet to get a name from anybody that I've been talking shit to or that talk shit to me. I've yet to get any of those names. I get people that I actually kind of like.
Yeah.
Like Kai Stewart. I was actually kind of a little fanboy of his while we were still doing amateur MMA. And then I got offered a fight to fight him in MMA. So I fought him. And then 8 months later, I fought him again in Bareknuckle.
So let me ask you this then. How do you, maybe you've already answered this on other podcasts or not, but I don't know. How do you see the Kai Louis fight going Friday? We just asked Howard. Howard said he's got Louis winning that.
Louis the edge, yeah.
Yep. So where do you? Same question to you. Kai versus Louis this weekend.
I don't know. I can't really put on who's going to walk away as the winner. But I've got two ways that it could go. Louis wins within the first 2 rounds because he's gonna come out strong. 100%. He's going to come out hella strong. He hits hard, and I know that for a fact. He's going to come out with a lot of emotion. Kai Stewart is going to, if it goes into the 3rd round, I think Kai's got this fight in the bag, 100%. In the longevity of the fight, Kai's going to win it.
So one thing that Louis always done in all his bare-knuckle fights, and we didn't see it in the Howard fight because it got stopped so early, but dude, in the as the rounds go on, he starts breathing out of his mouth like he mouth breathes like round 3 on in every one of his fights. And I mean, that's dangerous for anybody. Any fighter that's hanging his fucking jaw open like that, mouth breathing, you're susceptible to getting fucking rocked, And if Kai could clip him in those later rounds, if he starts to gas out and breathe through his mouth like that, I always worry about him. He always leaves his mouth hanging wide open later in the fights, man.
But he does come out, like you said, super aggressive, and he does have some power. So
that's not how he comes out. That's just how he fights. I mean,
that's just him as a person.
He just comes out aggressive. I mean, that's how he fights. When I fought him, it was the same way. I mean, I was kind of being the aggressor at the very beginning, just rushing into it.
Yeah.
And he actually did good backing up, cutting his angles, and doing good, avoiding a lot of the punches. But then he hit me, kind of set me back. I'm like, before this happened, before he sat me on my ass, I was like rushing after him so fast, and he like just moved out of my way, and I fucking boom fell into the ropes, and it got an 8-second count all on my own. It's like I tripped myself up. And I feel like that's kind of how, with his emotions into this fight, is kind of going to lead him into it. is he's going to come out really fast and emotional in this fight and slip and just probably get caught by Kai.
Dude, and I'm going to tell you this about Louis. And I don't know, like, I've never actually, like, got physical with Louis, right? But I have been around a lot of fucking, like, professional level baseball players in my years, right? And in, like, major leaguers, and I'm not saying that Louis was a major league baseball player, but he was pursuing a professional baseball career, right? Baseball players are fucking hard ass motherfuckers, and their hands are strong as hell. And anybody that can throw a baseball like 90 miles per hour can throw a fucking overhand right that could probably take your fucking brain out of the back of your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he hits hard. I mean, trust me, he blew my nose apart. My nose is still fucked up because of Louis' punch. Like,
jeez.
My nostril is like all really small and thin compared to this side.
Got that deviated septum, yeah.
Yeah,
look at
that. That's from Louis.
Can't even get a finger up there.
Nope. Jesus. I can get my little pinky up there. It's like a little tight, but.
Oh man. Well, Koda Greenwood, you're fighting Koda, and he, I think is he 1-0 in the BKFC?
No, he's 0-1. 0-1. 0-1.
Oh, they got him at 1-1 on the website, but
yeah, they do.
I don't know where the one win came from. Maybe
because they only have him fighting Dakota High Pine. And as a loss, and now they have him fighting you.
That
are you familiar with Koda?
Not too much. I've seen him fight live. One time or maybe twice. Here in Montana. Plus I've watched a lot of his actual fights on like YouTube and whatnot like that. So I mean, I don't really know much about him, but through the fight with Dakota High Pine, kid can take a bunch of hits.
High Pine versus Greenwood.
Yeah, I mean he literally got freaking beat on for 5 fucking rounds. So, I mean, I know the kid can take a hit, but I don't think Dakota hits as hard as I can hit, or have that freaking machete samurai of a knuckle right there.
Look at that shit.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that shit. That's like a pistol.
I like that.
That's what I split Tierney up with.
That's like
you did. I'm telling you, you guys got to. For those who didn't see that fight, go back and watch it. You had him leaking pretty hard early in that fight, and I thought you were. I thought you were looking really good in that fight. It looked like you were cruising to a victory there. He did land that hard left. You did what you said. You took a step back, hit the ropes, took a knee. I thought it was well done, and then it got stopped, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, if it would have went to the end of the round, even if they would have let us continue, like if he would have did the 8 count, 10 count, whatever, let it go, made it to the end of the round, I think the doc probably would have stopped that fight in my favor over that cut. I mean, even though it's underneath the eye,
it was bad.
It was a bad enough cut. I mean, he could probably stick his tongue through that hole. I mean. I think
it was like I called it. It was like a hatchet wound. It was fucking crazy. It was and it was long. It was like fucking 3 inches long down his cheek, underneath his cheekbone here. It was a really nice cut, man. I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you fight Koda on Friday. I know you gotta get some rest. Do you have to cut a bunch of weight? Or are you good right now?
No, I'm good. I actually get to go do a pre-weight in now. From now to 10 o'clock. Yeah, I can go do some pre-weight checks. But yesterday I was at like 144.8 before I went to bed. And then I drove 12 hours to get here this morning without really eating. So I went 8 right before I got on here.
You'd rather drive? You'd rather drive than fly?
Yeah. I don't know. I've always been fascinated with automobiles.
Fucking road warrior.
What do? You listen to podcasts and stuff? You listen to audio?
I do listen to a lot of podcasts. But I listen to 12 hours of straight motivational speeches a day.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's straight up what I was doing. 12 hours of straight motivation.
You know, if you were in the military like me and Mike, you would be in trouble for driving 12 straight hours without taking a break.
Oh, that's
no driving more than 8 hours in a single 24-hour period. Now
that's
you'd
right.
Be fucking
too much
down.
in a duty day.
Oh man.
Yep.
Oh, I would get in so much trouble all the time.
Hey, we're going to ask you a few questions real quick, and we're going to let you get going because we know that you got to take care of a few things, and you got to weigh in tomorrow, and you got to fight the next day, and we can't wait to watch it. But speed round for Darrick Gates. Here we go. Number 1. It is D-Day. What is your favorite U.S. military war movie?
I got 2. I'd say Behind Enemy Lines. Or Saving Private Ryan.
There you go.
That's what I picked.
Mike
picked Private Ryan. It was like the first thing I thought of. I really loved that movie.
Me too. And then Behind Enemy Lines was a good one as well.
Another good one. I was like, my first thought every time I think of watching a war movie, I watch Platoon. But Platoon is good. Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket's a good one.
We were soldiers. I mean, there's a fucking ton of them, man.
Yeah.
Behind Black Hawk Down, Forrest Gump. And my wife said Forrest Gump, and we're like, is that a war movie? But
yeah, a lot of it has to do
with him being in the military and him at war.
I would never look at Forrest Gump as a war movie. I mean, even though it is pretty much based off the war.
It's fantastic.
If somebody says like, "What's your favorite war movie?" I'm definitely not going to think of.
I wouldn't have thought of it either, but I think it has a good argument to be one.
Yeah.
I pointed out though, Tom Hanks,
Saving Private Ryan,
Saving Private Ryan, Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump. I mean, those 2 great movies.
Yeah,
so good. Black Hawk Down. We have that just mentioned here. Yeah, there's some really, really good ones.
Dude, then there's some ones like
I haven't seen 1917.
The American Sniper. There was American Sniper. There was 13 Hours. There was
one the guys were talking about earlier. I think it's somewhat of a newer movie. Oh my god, I can't remember what it is.
What's the one where they fucking go kill Bin Laden? What's that one? It's like the
Zero Dark 30 or
Zero Dark 30. That's another one. Yeah, yep. Zero Dark 30. That's another one.
There's one that the guys were talking about today. Oh man, I'm gonna try to find that thing, but I can't remember what it is. I feel like it's a newer one, but I'll look into it as we talk.
Fury was a great movie. Fury was great. A lot of people are jumping in here with all Deer Hunter. It's fucking. If you guys want to watch a war movie, just go into our comments tonight and peruse our comments. You'll find something to watch tonight. All right, number 2. Mike.
Cornhole or Can Jam? Have you played those?
Yeah, I'd probably stick with cornhole.
Cornhole?
Yeah. Once I got that pitch in, I mean, I pull that thing all night long, dude. As long as I'm not drinking, I'll pull that same pitch all night long.
Yeah. There's some people that are just fucking machines on those boards.
I get beat by kids all the time, dude. Like, I don't know how kids are so goddamn good at that shit.
Fucking little assholes.
Yeah. I think that's like because they're lower. They're like a little bit leveler with the target, you know? They can see it.
Hey, this next one's funny because I have a story for this. What's the craziest Wi-Fi name you've ever seen?
I think it was like my boyfriend has a big black penis, or I love my boyfriend's big black penis, or something like that.
Love it. That's a good one.
So Darrick, I pulled up to my kid's daycare a couple of years ago, and I pull in the parking lot, and I have like 15 minutes. I'm early, so I'm sitting on my phone. I'm fucking around on my phone in the car before I go in, and my phone automatically picks up the Wi-Fi. Now it is my kid's daycare. On the other side of the daycare is a bank, and on this side of the daycare is a day spa. And this is the Wi-Fi's that popped up. Big Tasty Booty was the Wi-Fi that popped up in the parking lot of my kid's fucking daycare.
Nice.
How sweet.
It's one of the kids' hotspot.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Yeah,
Big Tasty Booty.
It's probably one of the workers inside the daycare's hotspot.
How fucking hilarious is that, dude?
Yeah.
One of those nice ladies that works with my children all day long has big tasty booty in her pocket. You know?
Yeah, that's fun. That's funny.
Or in her pants.
Yeah, or in her pants. Yes, there. Number 4.
If you could snap your fingers and learn any musical instrument instantly, what one would it be? The clarinet. I knew it.
Nah, I actually. That's funny because I actually used to play the clarinet.
Yeah.
But I would probably do just a regular acoustic guitar, man. Like just be able to play whatever I wanted to play. I mean, I could strum a little string too, but any guitar. But I don't know. I'm a country boy. I like the sound of acoustic guitars.
I would so bad want to play the drums like crazy because I love the drums. I really do. But I would I would want to be a guitar player because I don't know. I know some drum players get some attention, but it's really the lead guitar that everyone's like, flipping out about. I mean, come on.
Guitarists are fucking like the coolest dudes in the world too. Like we used to have these house parties, and this kid Mike Schiavone, shout out to Mike Schiavone in heaven. He's fucking not with us anymore. But Mike was one of those like pure talents that never took a lesson, taught himself how to play the guitar. Right. Can listen to a song and play it instantly. And he was that kid at the party that was always fucking had everyone going crazy.
And I bet he got laid a lot.
He did. He got a lot of ass. He ended up becoming
because you'd be at a party, dude. You just strumming on that.
He ended up becoming
sing a little something that pulls a little girl's strings, bro, and boom.
Yeah.
Hey, we had a house party broke up, Darrick, one time by the police.
Get this guy out of here with
state police showed up, and they were like, his guitar was sitting in the corner of the room, and they were like, the cops are like, all right, who's got the guitar? And Schiavone was like, me. He goes, pick it up.
Schiavone.
And he puts the guitar on, and Mike and the cop goes, I'm going to search everybody in the room here, one by one. I want you to play something that everyone knows the words to, and I want everybody to sing along while you're getting searched. And we're all like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden he starts going, and everyone's like, big wheels keep on turning. And everyone's singing at the fucking top of the Sweet Home Alabama. And like he did that, and that was like everybody, every time anybody that was at that house party here, Sweet Home Alabama, I swear to God, it brings them back to that night. That fucking you got to be the guitarist, man. And if anybody likes like checking out guitar videos, there's a kid named Taj Ferrant. He's like 13 years old, and he is like the best guitar player on the fucking planet. And he's touring the world right now at 13. Look him up. Taj Ferrant. It's fucking unbelievable.
Oh, I think I've seen him.
You'll thank me later. That kid's incredible. Last question for you. Is going to a strip club considered cheating?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes. I'm like complete loyal. I don't believe in any kind of cheating type. I think like conversating with somebody, like to say if I was out store conversating with some chick and I didn't go home and tell my lady like, hey, I had the conversation with this lady, hiding something like that is also cheating. So I'll go into a gas station and really just like keep my head down, order or pay for my stuff. If it's a chick like right there at the cash register trying to talk to me, then I just keep my head down, pay for my stuff. Like, yep, have a good day. And out the door.
There you go. You got your answer, Mike.
Look at this guy. Scott Fowley says, told you he's a good dude.
Now,
I guess that makes me a bad dude.
Well, no, if you and your lady have an agreement that you can go, I mean, I don't see why not. Take your lady with you. I mean, I don't know, that's not cheating. But
take your girl to the club, yeah.
If you're going to the strip club and you're hiding it from your lady, it's cheating.
Oh yeah, no, I don't hide it because it doesn't matter. We were having this conversation today with all the guys. You know, I'm here in the barracks. I got my guys in my platoon, and we're talking about. And that question was from them. I put that in there because I was making the questions. Kyle made some questions earlier. Then I got on and I put some questions in, and those are from the guys. They were like, "Ask tonight." Is it cheating going to the strip club? So I said, I'm putting it in there. And the musical question was also from one of our guys. So,
leave it to a bunch of soldiers away from home on annual training to have you ask that question to our
There was another version. It was about being a wingman also, like being a wingman for somebody and pretending to be into another chick to help your buddy hook up with their friends.
That's fucked up too.
See?
Yeah, that's not all right.
But yeah, dude, like, so right there when we were actually in Denver, I was like hanging out with Tony, Priska, and all those guys, and they're like, yeah, let's go out to dinner. And we went to a couple other places that were pretty busy, and so like, oh, let's go to Twin Peaks. And I'm like, shit, all right, dude. So I got Cedo and stuff in the car, and I'm like, well, fuck, dude, I gotta call my lady real quick and let her know I'm going to fucking Twin Peaks, because I just called her and told her, like, yeah, we're going to this other like cafe place, and then it was too busy. It was like a 2-hour wait.
Yeah.
So then we go there, and I'm like, well, I don't want everybody to take pictures and be like, yo, look, we're at Twin Peaks, and Darrick's tagged in it.
You're supposed to be at Brood Awakenings, and next thing you know, you're over here and you get D cups in your face with some hot wings.
Yeah, no, I had to call her. I actually didn't even end up staying at Twin Peaks. I ended up leaving. Going to meet up with an old friend from Colorado, and went up to Greeley for the Wing Shack. Get 40 wings for $40.
And 40 wings?
40 wings. Yeah. Oh, and they're like hot fucking wings.
Did you eat 40 wings? Did you eat 40 wings, Darrick?
Between the two of us, we ate about 30.
Nice.
Bone in?
Yeah, bone in. You got to.
I probably
drums are flat.
More than like
drums. They were all drums. Actually, they were split. There was mixed.
Half and half. Yeah,
it was half and half.
What do you prefer?
Bone in, fucking
flats.
Drums. Yeah,
I'm a flats guy myself.
Yeah, me too. I like the flats, but some people just love that cut, like to bite that cartilage right up.
Yeah, I just take the whole fucking piece off, and bam, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is, man.
I can't even eat like 10 wings, eat 40 friggin' wings. Get the hell out of here with it.
Yeah, no, they're so good, dude. And I haven't been over to Colorado for a few years, so I mean, it was definitely worth it. Twin Peaks is pretty common everywhere.
Yeah,
there's only 3 wing shacks.
We always end up there because everywhere we go, if you want to stay out, because you know what we do, we go out and we do things late, so you're out late all the time. So it's like, where can we eat, where we can get drinks and decent food, where everyone's pretty much gonna like stuff that's there and it's not too expensive, and that's the only place that's freaking open.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's fine. We go there like every single place we go, because it's like the only what's open? Oh, Twin Peaks, of course, that's where we're going. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Denver's actually got a lot of really good places too, and they've actually got a lot of places that stay open late. But my favorite places in Denver downtown is the food carts. Man, the food carts, you get euros at freaking 3 o'clock in the morning, fucking sauerkraut dogs, man, nachos.
You went to Tom's with us.
Yeah,
you were at Tom's.
Yeah, I was at Tom's.
That was fun. That place is awesome. That place
Tom's is pretty good. Yeah.
Oh my god, that place is cool. It's in a really nice area. I love Denver. Love it.
Yeah, it's like right there, right behind Coors Field, man. It's definitely.
I forgot that you were there. I was just thinking, like, oh yeah, you were there. We took pictures and stuff. Oh, yeah, and that was a great night. What a night we had. That was fun. That whole night, the fights, the Tom's Watch Bar after party. We had a lot of fun that night.
Yeah, that was the first after party.
I have those pictures of you guys.
Yeah, that was the first BKFC after party I went to that I didn't have stitches.
What'd you think of the party, man? I thought it went really well.
Yeah, no, it was nice. I enjoyed it. Like, the location was definitely great. I hated having to go up and down the elevator or walk up and down the stairs, but because I was upstairs pretty much the whole time.
Yeah,
I'd go outside.
Yeah, I never went downstairs.
Good time. Well, you're out in Great Falls. You got to weigh in tomorrow. You got to fight on Friday. We're excited to see you in there now that you're training and you're taking it serious, and you're going to go in there and fucking show us on Friday. Let's take a second and you could say a few things, and then we'll wrap it up with you, bud.
Yeah. Just want to give a shout out to everybody. For this fight, I have had so much support from, people I'm not even friends with. I'll be getting a bunch of friend or message requests, people wishing me good luck, in the fight. saying they got me, putting their money on me. I'm like, yo, dude, this is great. This is amazing, actually, feeling, because all my other fights, I didn't really have too much support, back into it, because I wasn't really training. I mean, all my friends knew I wasn't doing much, but now I'm actually like in it. Everybody sees that I'm in it. Confidence is a huge key to success in this, and my confidence is up 1,001%.
Nice.
Awesome, man.
Good.
So,
good to hear.
I won't lose another fight.
There you
Sweet.
go. That's great. And like you're in exciting fights. You're a respectful dude, and we've seen you at the events. The promotion obviously likes you to keep having you come back, and this time you go out there, you show them why they brought you back, and you keep moving forward from them.
Yep.
From then, and we'll be tuned in. Mike and I are obviously not out there. We have military stuff going on, and we cannot get out of it. So we'll be watching. We'll have a little cerveza for you after your win.
Yep. I'll be playing it right here in the barracks.
Yeah, he's gonna be playing it he's gonna make all his troops watch it in the barracks on Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So thank you for coming on tonight, and we will be tuned in. And Mike, you have anything else for Darrick?
Ah, man, can't wait to see these fights. Sergeant's time, Friday night. Everybody in the barracks are watching the fights. Let's go.
Oh yeah, dude. Hey, tell the guys I'll fucking put on a show for the freaking military.
Yes,
There
sir.
you go.
Thank you.
Awesome. Darrick, you have a good night. Good luck with the weigh-ins, and we will be tuned in on Friday.
Yep. Hey, thanks guys for having me on, you guys.
Thanks for coming on.
Easy, man. See you
Later.
Later.
There he is, Darrick Gates. Darrick Gates.
So, real quick note before we move on to a giveaway, right? We have a giveaway.
Yeah, let's go.
We've got a giveaway, but real quick, check this out. Our good buddy Levi James over at the Weekly Bus says, "Hey, good show, guys. The Weekly Bus. They got, how do you say it, Kyle?
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga. Cutman G live
not baby.
in the studio.
Levi, it's not baby.
Yep, Baba, but that could have been a
that's fucking autocorrect.
Spell check. Yeah, I hate that shit. And possibly Ryan Perez as a video guest all tonight. Stay tuned a little bit after the show. This show is over.
They're gonna be live.
Yeah. So because they're out there, and it's 8 o'clock. It's 8:30 over there right now. 8:23. So they're prime time over there. So get over there and check those dudes out. We love those guys. The guys are awesome, and I think we do a giveaway here. All
right, let's do a giveaway. And hold on, I'm gonna look something up real quick. Look at that picture. First of all, how unique is this picture? This is a fucking awesome ass picture of Howard H.D. Davis and a little pit bull puppy, and it's signed. You could see the signature right over his shoulder there. H.D. signed it, so that photo will get mailed to the winner of our contest tonight. And do you want to do a total punches landed? See who's got the fastest fingers on research here?
Fastest fingers in the world.
In the whole world.
You go for it. Tell us what you got. What do you have?
All right, hold on. Let me do the math real quick.
What do you do?
Let me do the math. All right.
What do you know? What do you say?
What do you say? What do you know? All right, here you go. So Howard H.D. Davis has a draw on his record. Oh. It was against one former UFC fighter. All right. Everybody knows who that fighter is. I'm not even going to say his name because it will help them with the research. But
that's right.
Howard fought a former UFC fighter to a draw. How many total punches were thrown combined between the two of them in that draw? Go. Whoever gets the total punches thrown between Howard and that opponent will get the autographed photo of Howard and the puppy signed. Here we go.
Why the hell they call it a draw?
I fucking hate that. You know what, dude? They should have. This is going to go back to my. My fucking thing. No, we have a couple close ones.
Yeah.
They obviously don't do math well.
Yeah. That's the best part about this is quick math. I use calculators.
Yeah, my calculator. Hold on a second.
Kyle did it wrong.
No, I didn't.
Remember the other day you asked me
my
the
calculator
answer?
my calculator is correct. The number is straight off the BKFC website. So quick math. Two of you guys were pretty close. TJ Aslakson, TJ Aslakson has won with 337 punches thrown in the Howard H.D. Davis versus Jimmy Rivera.
He's on a roll, man.
He's on a roll. TJ, you get this cool ass photo. You're going to have some really cool pictures that you're going to be framing and hanging up in your memorabilia room very soon. That is a cool one.
Courtesy of the sorry, Kyle.
Extreme.
Yeah, I just had
BK.
I almost choked just now, and I don't know what the hell just happened. The Extreme BK fans page, our buddies Russ Maxim and Country John Kerry.
Yep. TJ with the 337.
It's funny saying John Kerry.
John Kerry. Yep. You know, those guys put in work to get this memorabilia, and
did they say they had
200 and something
signed
pictures that they are willing to give out to those who are loyal fans. It's unbelievable. We love those guys, and yeah, they're the spot for if you're not watching or listening to one of our podcasts and you want BK news, it's them. It's those guys, man. They share everything that's going on in the world of bare knuckle.
Yeah, you know what
shared on that page, man.
Yeah, you know what I do when I need to know stuff? Like when after a couple of days and I'm busy and I can't pay attention to anything, I go right over to the Extreme BK fans page and I just scroll on through with these thumbs. Like this is how I do it. I go like this with my thumbs, or I go with my finger like this. Yep, it's that easy. And every single friggin' thing that somebody posted from Bare Knuckle, it's right there. Boom, right in your face, you know? Pow, right in the kisser. Pow, right in the kisser.
Pow, right in the kisser. Mike, is a good show. We want to thank Howard and Darrick for coming on. Make sure you guys are tuned in this Friday and watching Darrick fight against Koda Greenwood. Make sure you're tuned in on June 23rd watching Howard against Peralta. And there will not be a show tomorrow night because Mike will be doing Army things.
Stuff to do.
Mike will be in the field, and I'm going to use that opportunity to not have to rush home from my kids' school concert. I'm just going to take the night off, and we are going to go back to business next Wednesday night.
I won't be able to do next Wednesday, Kyle. I have to tell you.
Oh boy,
ain't gonna work.
Maybe I'll get a special guest host.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll try. We'll set something up. We'll have to set something up. But I don't think I'll be able to do it. Don't think it's gonna happen. I travel
next Thursday, possibly.
Traveling, doing stuff, doing all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Right.
We'll talk about it. We're not gonna talk about all this in front of you guys.
Guys, Friday night. Let's just scroll through these real quick. Main event. You also got these two big boys fucking slinging it in the cruiserweight division, Sawyer DP and Gabriel Mota. We talked to these two guys, Billy Wagner and Baba Yaga, who's going to be on with the weekly bus very shortly. That fight's amazing. Then we got Dallas Davidson and Lloyd Mix. Lloyd Mix was on the Bare Knuckle show yesterday with Brian Sosha. He's a piece of work, man. That guy's full of energy. I wish we could have got him on, but we'll see. We'll see. He's very, very confident in one punch knocking out Dallas Davidson, he was saying. Then we got Christensen and Latimer, Thug Life Christensen there, right? And High Pine and Ibsen. And then you got the Long Johnson fight. That's the one everybody loves. Everyone loves
to take in the Long Johnson fight.
Everyone taking the Long Johnson. And then you got our guy, Darrick Gates and Koda Greenwood as well.
Yeah.
So I hope you're all tuned in. If you don't have the app, you can use our you can use our referral code. It's in our Instagram bio. And I think that's
everybody needs a Long Johnson fight in their life.
And get on BKBetShark and fucking follow his tutelage and win some money this weekend. Why not?
Yeah.
And while you're at it, think about buying a home and calling Mike Mish while you eat your fucking bare knuckle corn snacks.
Yeah.
With that said,
and also one last thing, I just saw something pop up here. I saw Wesley Killeagle Jr. is taking his daughter to Seattle for post-cancer checkup. So fingers crossed. Please, everybody, give her some prayers if you're the praying type. You know, definitely we'll be thinking about you, Wesley. Hopefully everything goes well with your daughter. And I think this is it. This is the end of the road for tonight.
All right. Well, tune in next week when we're back at it next Thursday, maybe next Wednesday with me and a special guest host, or maybe I just go solo. Either way, that's enough for tonight. We'll be tuned into the fights on Friday, just like you all. Mike, I think we got nothing else for these peeps. Peace.